Hello, 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 everybody. So we have a lot to talk about. There is so much going on. Really quick, though, before we get started, if you are not currently subscribed to my channel, I am doing a giveaway this month. The first 20 people to subscribe, just hit that subscribe little icon, and you're going to be entered to win an AstroloGift Bag this month. So it's super cool. It's got everything you need to stay balanced, and I will be announcing the winner on this month's unboxing coming up in just a couple days. That being said, I'm going to give you your Astrolo top 5. We have some massive things going on, super cool stuff, and I wanted to keep you guys in the loop on this. So this is something I could nerd out for like an hour, but I will keep it short just because I want to respect all of your time. On the 30th, 31st, we have the birth of a meteor shower that has never been seen before on Earth. We are talking a massive explosion of energy that we may or may not be able to see. Whether or not we see it will not change whether or not we feel it, but it is going to be huge if we are able to see it. We're talking 140 meteors per hour, and it is coined, and I want to get the name right, the Tau Hercules meteor shower. So super exciting to be in a time period where we get to witness the birthing of a huge event like this. The other cool aspect is those of you who are in the AstroloLife community and you are in the AstroloCLASS each month, you already know the power of that Hercules energy. We're talking major masculine energy. We're talking extremely powerful, just intense masculine force energy coming through. So a lot of us have already been feeling that, and I'm going to talk to you about that in just a few minutes. I hope we get the opportunity to see this. I hope it just lights up the sky. It's definitely going to be the event of a lifetime. So there is your Astrolo number 1. We also have a massive earthquake which just hit, which is just showing the strength and power of that cosmic energy moving through. We're already seeing it reflected within the earth plane. Not a surprise. We had a massive 7.2 earthquake hit in Peru, so that really shook a lot of energy up. A lot of people in our community are feeling that. I'm going to talk about common symptoms of what people are feeling right now, just so you can understand that you are not going crazy and that this is a huge explosion of energy in just a minute here. Coming up number 3 for your Astrolo events. This is the first day in 25 straight days that the Schumann has dropped below 20. It has been that crazy. We have been in a straight stream of nothing but wild, massive energy for the past 25 days, almost a month. Really, since that full moon hit, it's been really strengthening. And I know a lot of you have been feeling it. Super shaky. We've had blackouts. We've had pillars, what they call pillars of light on the chart. Really intense energy moving through. I know a lot of you have been feeling that. We're going to talk about some of the symptoms again in just a second. We have that moon in Gemini, that new moon coming up in Gemini as your Astrolo 4. So we know our communication is going to be a little bit garbled and it's going to be a little intense over the next few days. So be very careful about having a lot of long conversations that are heart to hearts. They may not come through as well as you want to just because that verbal energy is going to be off. I'm going to give you some tips on how to balance that out, though, in just a minute here. And last but not least, finally, we're going to start to see that huge Scorpio energy dissipate. We've been feeling it so strongly since that moon hit. Those of you in the AstroloCLASS, I'm going to put a link in the notes to anyone who's interested in joining those classes. Is super, super empowering, gives you so much information about how to navigate the month based on these frequencies moving through. So we have definitely seen a wild Scorpio month like you've never seen. The energy of Scorpio can bring up a lot of violence, a lot of heavy masculine energy, a lot of major depression, a lot of anger. And I think we've seen that play out both personally. I know within the people within our community, I've definitely been working with some of you about some of those things coming up. We've also seen it collectively very strongly in some of the violence that we've been seeing out in our collective environments. So that is so indicative of that heavy Scorpion energy, when not cultivated properly, really bursting up to the surface. We knew about this already, those of you in the AstroloLife classes. We knew what this month was going to be like. We knew exactly how to stay balanced. And I want to give you guys so much props for taking the time out to cultivate that energy and taking that power in, because your ability to take that power in and really hone it really shifts the frequencies within the planet and helps so many people on such a grand scale that you have no idea. So I'm so grateful for that. That being said, common things like I talked about that people are struggling with right now, we've got some anxiety, we've got some anger, we've got a lot of frustration coming up, we've got a lot of despair, we've got a lot of depression, we've got a lot of lower vibrating emotions coming through in our community. A lot of people are talking about like a hoarse throat or having trouble with their speaking. A lot of people are talking about sore throats. A lot of people are talking about sinus issues. All of those things super prevalent right now. Definitely the frequency energy that's moving through. So hang in there. How do you help this move through quicker? I've got some tips for you guys that work so well, especially if you're able to just take a deep breath, step back, and give yourself that self-love time in order to do these. So when it comes to breathing, remember you're moving prana, you're moving energy through your body, you're sifting in the universal energy of the air around you. And that air is traveled across these locations where the earthquakes have been, where there's been massive releases. And then you're breathing that in. So a great way to hone it and allow it to move through better is to have an audible breath. So if you take just a couple moments to do 5 audible breaths, I would say 3 times a day over the next few days until this energy really, really hits. We're really looking at a culmination around the 30th, 31st here. So the next few days is going to be super powerful. So audible breath. So taking a deep breath in and then breathing out and going, almost like an audible hum. That's great. If you don't want to do the 5 breaths, humming in general works wonderful. Singing, all going to be really great things in order to move this energy up through the center that it needs to be moved up. Also, those of you who love mudras, because I know so many of you do, because we know the power in our hands. I mean, there's so many amazing frequencies that move from our hands, such a healing location for us. So a great mudra for this is going to be taking your hands and folding your fingers together and turning your hands upside down with those thumbs up. So just like this, cradling just like this in this area. You can even move it into the location of your throat. You can move it to the location of your solar plexus, because a lot of people, this is where the energy is stuck in, like that solar plexus center. Wherever it is located, it is going to really bring that power through and help to balance you, even if you set it in your lap during your meditations. So this is going to be a wild next few days, everybody. We're going to be okay. We've got this. I was so excited to get on. I didn't even bother doing my hair. I'm like, I need to get on and tell everybody about this really cool stuff that's happening. It's building so strong. Either way, we've got this. We're a community. We're doing awesome. And I know you guys are going to just fly through these next few days. You need anything, let me know. Comment in the notes. I'm always going to be keeping an eye on that. And don't forget, hit subscribe so that you can be a part of the giveaway. It's going to be super awesome. And you're going to love the surprises in here. Everything from gemstones to clearing items to mantra cards to special beauty items. It's super cool. All right, guys, I love you. And I'll talk to you soon.